What are we doing? Oh, let's just bring the arms up overhead. Deep breath in. And exhale as you bring the arms down. I'm going to move the chair out of the way just for a couple seconds here. Again, bring it up overhead. Deep breath in. A little bend in the knees. And exhale, bringing the arms down. Roll the shoulder blades back. We're just going to go into a forward lunge. Just a little bit of one. Hands up. Rotate the shoulders. Get a twist started. And back in. Other side, same thing. Step out. Elbows up. Just small twist. Get the body warmed up before you do too much here. And back in again. Little different thing. Hands behind the head. As you do that, be sure not to push the chin down to the chest. That's not what we're looking to do. Just a nice, easy rotation. Pivoting off that back foot, bring the body around. Don't turn the hips completely. It is that foot rotates, and then you turn the torso above that. Feel the stretch going all the way up the spine. And other side. Farther out your elbows are, the more you're going to feel this rotation, the stretch. And back in. Nice and slow. Other side, bring it around. Stretch it. And back one more time, other side. So I've been studying a couple new things that I can bring into class one more time, both sides. And today's going to be one of those new class days, no equipment needed, just some movement. More of a range of motion type of movement and core. And core will be the other piece of this. Down into just a little bit of a squat, butt out. Rolling the shoulder blades back, chest is out, and roll up. Hands down. As you come up, we're going to go into a side bend. So bring up that left arm first, over the top, reach, and bring it back down again into that little bitty squat, butt out. Coming up on the side, over the top, and reach. And back down. A little deeper if you can. One more time on each side. Up and over the top. And kick that hip out. Let it fall out. Feel the stretch all the way up. That extended side. Having some problems here. And back down one more time. Bring it up over the top. Arm right next to the ear. Make sure you're bending right straight sideways. You're not leaning forward at the same time. And bring it back. Down. Hands on the chair. Let me switch directions with this. Back of your chair. First thing, just a nice, easy hip hinge. So we're going to start with little bend in the knees, hands on the back of the chair, and just drop down, pushing that butt out. And back up. So just work on stretching out those muscles, glutes, hamstrings, down, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Drop down. You're hinging at the hip. Nothing else is moving there. Down. And back up. You should be feeling this in the rear chain, through the legs, through the lower back, going into the glutes. The butt muscles. Back down. Stretch. And back up. This is my first class today, so I'm with you on the stretching. I'm just starting to get warmed up. Back down. We're going to do this 2 more times. Get that stretch in and push back up. Keep the head up. Chin does not go below the chest. You want to keep it up. So the brain does not get below the heart. And push up through. Roll the shoulder blades back. Heel raise. Heel raise. Remember this one. Toes pointed forward, little bend in the knees. Don't lock the knees out. It's really easy to do. We're going to bring the heels up. Weight is in the ball of the foot. Toes are for balance. They're kind of gripping the floor. You got a little like that thing going on the claw with your toes on the floor, but it's not holding the weight up. Up again, bring it up. Feel the muscles working in the back of the lower leg. Those are the calf muscles. And back down, move, back up. That was my joke for National Lasagna Day or whatever. Cow's favorite pasta. Moodles. Moodles. Back up. And down one more time. Fitness and fun. That's what we should call the class. Fitness and fun. Up and come back down. That was the back of the lower legs. Now we're going to work the hip flexors and the front of the upper leg, the thigh, the quadriceps. Leg comes out, little bend in the knee, shoulders are back. As you bring that leg up, you want to make sure you maintain the core over that stationary leg. Hip is straight. So what my hip loves to do is pop out to the side. I got to bring it in to keep my alignment. It really works my glutes on that side, on that stationary leg side. Little bend in the knee. Always remember that. Don't forget, little bend in the knee. Bring it up. Both knees. Weights in the ball of the foot to the heel. Make sure you can feel the entire bottom of the foot on the floor on that stationary leg. You want as much surface area as possible touching the floor. And back down 2 more times. Bring it up nice and slow. Hold at the top. Wait there. Bring it down. 1 more time. Up. Hold it. And back down. Those are hip flexor muscles we're working there to pick that leg up when we walk. We're going to do the other side. Same thing. Kick it out. Little bend in the knee. Little bend in both knees. And bring that other foot up. Push yourself right over that stationary leg. Get the hip in. And back down. Raising that foot right up in front of you. Toe, knee, hip, all in alignment. Don't let that foot come across. Keep it out there. You're going to feel the muscles on the outside of the hip, outside of the leg working to hold that leg straight. Toe and heel right straight, one on top of the other. The toes are on top of the heels. And up. Got that little bend. Got your stationary positioning. You got your shoulder blades back. And down. Couple. That's 2. 2 more times. 2 more times. Up. Hold it. And back down 1 more. This is not like super high energy stuff. This is super strength stuff. All those muscles from the ribs all the way down to the ankles. And back down again. All right. Plie stance. Heels together. Toes out. You can do I wish Bunny were here. You can do a plie if you want to. We're just going to come up on the balls of the feet. Really important here. Ball of the foot all the way across the floor. What you don't want to do, it's so easy to just roll in forward. Little toes come off the floor completely. You want to go right straight up. Knees stay out. Right over the toes of the shoes. Or the toes of the feet too. Those as well. The toes of the shoes should have the toes of the feet in them. Up, shoulder blades are back. Feel the muscles working in the outer thighs. I like this. And back down. This is one of the new ones. Up. Keep yourself right straight up as you do this. Heels are up, stay in the air, and back down 1 more time. Up. Man, those are muscles we don't hit. I love finding new muscle groups and different ways to hit them. And back down again. Side leg lift. Roll the shoulders back. Get in your position. Shoulders back, chest out. Everything's pointing forward, lifting that leg out to the side. Legs, same plane, right straight across, thighs side by side, and bring it back in again. Not letting your torso bend down to the side or do a side bend. You want to keep yourself up over that stationary leg. Little bend in the knee, foot flat on the floor. Toe forward. See mine out there like that? That is so easy to do. And back in. Again, the outside of the hip on that stationary leg. Keep a bend in the knee. Keep the heel of this moving leg out. You don't have to bring that foot up very high. It shouldn't come up very high. And back down. Bring it up. Point forward. Keep the core in. Nice and tight. Nice and tight on the core. And back in 1 more time on this side. 1 more. Up. Hold. And back in. Other side. So if I were doing this on my own and didn't have camera on me, I would be on the back of a chair doing these exercises so that I didn't have to move my chair. All right, stationary leg, little bend in the knee, hip right over the ankle, right over the knee. Everything's stacked. And then bring that other leg out to the side, leading with the heel, toe forward, and back in. Torso stays upright. Take that leg out as far as you can. Feeling those muscles working the outside of the hip and those medial glutes, the middle of the butt on the side. Back up, straighten the hip, and back down. and up. This is such a good exercise for all the workout I do. I feel this every single time. Those muscles really have to engage for me to get into this exercise. And back down, I can feel them really tighten up. Hold and bring it back down. One more, out to the side, right straight out. And nice and slow, bring it back in again. Man, stationary leg really takes a lot of work there. All right. Toes in, heel raise. Bring them in into a point and ball the foot on the heel. Ball the foot on the floor and back down. Be careful on this one. Don't let yourself lean forward as you do this. Shoulder blades are back, toes together, bringing the heels right straight up. Again, a whole different set of muscles. You're going to feel this in the lower leg, the calf muscles, but you're going to hit a different muscle group this way, different parts of the muscles. Up, shoulders back. Keep that core tight. These are core exercises as well. And back down. Make sure you've got a little bend in those knees. Bring it up. You're going to feel this in the ankles. So we're also strengthening the ankles on all of these exercises, or these toe in, toe out. Heel raises and back down. Bring it up. And back down. And you're there. Feet out, plie. We're going to go into a plie squat. Grab onto the back of your chair with the feet out. Butt goes back, knee stays over the ankle, and roll the hip, push back up. If you don't need the chair, you just take it down, pushing the butt back. Roll, feet are on the floor, flat on the floor, and up. If you can, bring those heels in just an inch more, half an inch more, so that when you come up, you feel this on the outside of the hips plus the inner thighs as you drive the hips up to the ceiling and back down. Groin muscles, inner thighs, new muscles, and push up. 3 more, down. Knees are over the ankles. It shouldn't be as far out as the toes by any means. This is about the butt going back. So as you go down, like you're going to sit down, push the butt back, and then roll, driving up to the flat of the foot. Get those toes on the floor, those grippy toes, those clawy toes. Down, roll, and push up. You know what we're going to do from here? We're going to raise the heels. I'm going to raise a little heel. That was good. Come on up. Balls of the feet. All the way across. Make sure you're not rolling into just the big toe, the great toe. And back down. Ball the foot on the floor. Little bend in the knees, coming right straight up. Feel the muscles working in the inner thighs. Back down. Outside of the hips. All sorts of engagement here through the hips. And back down. You're going, why have you not hit these muscles before? I'm sorry. It's my bad. Up. And back down. One more time. Bring it up. Hold. And back down. Give your body just a little bit of rest. Grab a drink of water or whatever it is you're drinking. And we will move on to the next set. We will still be standing. That was an Elton John song. I'm still standing. I was singing, what is that? You Make Me So Very Happy this morning. It's Valentine's Day. I had to sing it to my wife. She made fun of me. It's not right. It's just not right. All right, here's what we're going to do on this set. We're going to start with one leg, my left, your right. All right? All right? All right? First thing we're going to do is just a out and in. That's it. Just that. Out and in. Start out with that foot back, arm out in front. Get a little hip hinge in here. Push the butt back as holding onto that chair for support as you drive into the heel of that front foot, and then arm down and back. Core exercise, tighten up like you're on the floor doing a crunch. It's up, squeeze it, and extend back out. Stationary legs getting all kinds of work here. Up, tight, and back out one more time. On this side, bring it in, squeeze it, and nice and slow, extend back out. Taking your time makes that leg have to work, makes the core have to work. Even though you're hanging onto the chair, that core still has to keep you upright. Its arm can't do everything. All right, next one. On the side, we're going to go out and bring it in, push it out, and bring it in. Same arm. Out long, stretching out, over the top, little side bend, and then bring that elbow down as you bring the knee up. How high the knee comes up? Whatever's right for you. Whatever that distance is, you can get the arm down maybe a little more, but you can't get the knee up any higher. That's fine. Hold on, keep the core tight, up. Torso's right straight up, down, and up. When I say right straight up, I mean the spine is in a straight line. Head's not pointing to right straight up and out. So you got a diagonal going from the outside, one arm, fingertips to the toes, and out. Hold it, bring it in, squeeze it together, extend out one more time. In, together, and back out. All right. All right. Same leg. We're just working that whole, this one side. We're going to start out with, yes, we are. Leg out, arm out. Bring them across. Swing that hand across as you bring the leg across. And back to the outside. In and across. This is kind of dancey here. It's really not, but in my world, this is totally dancey. And bring it out. I'm not a dancey kind of guy. Out. And across. Working inner thigh. Really be careful. So here's what, and I should have explained this from the beginning. What we're trying to do is not turn the hip as you come around. It is keep the hip straight. Just pick that leg up, bring it across, use the hand to guide, and then back out to the outside again. Keeping the torso upright, core super tight, working the hips out and back in. One more time. Take it out. Cross and back up and out. Shake that out. All right. Next one. Next one. We're going to take the leg. Wait, let me just hold on. Let me check. Got it. Got it. Get away from the chair just a little bit. Get away from the chair. Get away from that. Lift the leg up behind you. So that right leg comes up, little bend in the left knee. Find that first. Just right there. Left knee has a little bend, foot's flat on the floor. Keeping the shoulder blades back and the chest out. Bring the knee up in a tuck, working those lower abs. Bring the shoulders down, just a little bit of a crunch there all together. And extend back out again. Knee up, shoulders down just a little bit so you can tighten up those muscles through the abs. Squeeze them tight, get all the air out of the lungs. That's going to make those muscles contract. And back out again. Up. Out hard. Breathe out hard. And back in behind you. In. Squeeze. Again, how far that leg goes out behind you doesn't matter, just so that you can keep your back straight as you're doing it. How high up you come in that tuck, again, is up to your body. It's going to tell you where that right spot is. And back out. One more time. Bring it in. Crunch. And back out again. Ooh. Going to take that same leg and do little pulses. So bring it out behind you, little bend in the knee, toe on the floor. Find your neutral position on that stationary leg, little bend in the knee, shoulder blades back. And you want that little curve in the lower part of the back. Just this small move, using the glute muscles in the bottom of the butt to lift that leg and back down. The other leg should be getting super tired about now. The hips, the glutes on that other leg. We're doing all kinds of strength exercise for the lower body. Up and up. Toes are just gripping the floor, but you're not putting the weight into it. If you need to, toe on the floor, give yourself a rest, and then bring it back up again. But make sure you're squeezing the glute muscles. And back down one more time. Up and down. Oh, felt that. Totally felt that. Let's stretch this muscle out just a little. Stretch these muscles up. Bring the foot up. Out. Tap it down. Again, what you're concentrating on is not moving the hip. What you want to do is stretch out these groin muscles. We work that inner thigh hard with those exercises. Again, something we don't do that much of. So I want to make sure that we get those muscles stretched out and back down. Knee over the toe. Don't let this happen like I just saw on my monitor that I was doing. Out, tap. Leg moves all as one assembly and back down one more time. Up, out, tap, and back. All right. All right, going to the other side we are. If you're ready, I'm going to grab a drink of water here in the waiting time. It's not really, it's transition time. All right. First one we did, sagittal repeater. We had the arm up in front. You see that? And move back. Arm up in front, foot out and back, creating that diagonal line. We're going to bring elbow down, knee up, squeeze, and back out again. This stretch feels so good after we worked that hip so hard. Up and back out, getting that foot behind you. Roll it. Get that knee back. Feel the stretch through the hip flexors in the front of that leg and in the quadriceps. In, squeeze it, tighten up the core, get in there. Get into that. Squeeze. And extend out. And we got 3 more. There's 3. Push it out. 2 left. Up. And out. Last one. Bring it in. Squeeze it. And out. Lateral. Side to side repeater. So what we're going to do here, make sure, I didn't mention this, make sure you've got a little bend in the knee, hip, knee, ankle, all stacked on top. Leg out to the side, arm out. We're going to come across, knee up, and back out again, tapping out to the side. Bring it across, elbow in, knee up, and back down. Your body dictates. But remember, you're not rolling the hip. Do whatever it takes to keep the knee toe heel forward, or knee toe hip forward as you bring that other leg up, bringing the leg up and across in front of the torso and back out. Up, squeeze it, and back out. You know, feel that glute muscle working back there on that right side. Bring it up and out one more time. We're there. We're pushing back out. We're shaking that out. Next one, leg across, arm out to the side. Leg out just a little bit. We're going to bring the leg and arm across, reach, stretch out that shoulder, and back up again. So as that leg comes across, that hip is staying right straight forward. Tighten up these core muscles. Squeeze them, contract them, so that as you bring that across, nothing's going except the hip joint and the shoulder joint. Out to the side, in and across. Reach it and back out. Foot stays forward, just like doing a side raise. Out. Sorry, in, out, in. And back out one more time. One more. Right there. Reach. And back out. Relax that a little bit. Bent over, knee extension to tuck. We're going to go to the back of the chair. Going to the back of the chair. Bring the knee up, tuck it, and extend out. In and out. As you do this, when you come in, start tucking the shoulders down, squeezing those muscles in the core, right here through the core, abs, out and in. You should feel this from the rib cage to the hips as you bring that knee up, squeeze, and extend back out. Again, how far the leg goes out really depends on how flexible you are, how much movement you've got through those muscles. If they're stretched out, bring it up, squeeze, take what you can get. What you may find is the first few are pretty tight, but then after a couple of them, you start to feel much more stretched out through those hamstrings, out, in tight, and out. One more time. Bring it in and back out. Leg out to the back, little bend in the knee, foot behind. So find your neutral position first before we get started with too much here. Leg up and back down. Small pulses, little bend in the knee. Stationary leg, knee is has a little bend in it. Foot is flat on the floor, ball of the foot to the heel. That's where you're going to feel all kinds of work, is getting that foot flat on the ground. Up, up. Pointing that toe. Feel the muscles work. Calf muscle, hamstrings, glutes, all the way up that rear chain, from the heel to the hip. Up. Tap the toe if you need to. Take a break. Couple more times. Up, up. Bring it back down. Ooh. Check it out. Hip rotation, leg up, leg out, in and back down. Stationary leg, little bend in the knee, stay right up over the top of it. Moving leg, knee and toe, stay aligned, back in and down. Hip does not rotate, does not. Up, out, in and down. Last one, bring it up, out, in and down. All right, let's stretch this out a little bit, then we'll go to the chair and sit down. Stepping away from the chair, into a hip hinge, little bend in the knees. Just drop yourself down. Keeping those knees over the ankle, you're going to feel the stretch all the way up those muscles we just used, the back of the legs. And step into the chair, roll the shoulder blades back. Take the arms behind you, stretch out the chest. Bring the hands back up to the top of the chair, stepping back, one foot in the other, pushing the butt right straight out, just going with that stretch. Hold it. Step into the chair, roll the shoulder blades back, out, bring it in. We're perfect for time. We're going to take to the chair. Grab a drink of water before you sit down. Okay, my legs are shaky from that one. And it may just be because I'm not in shape. But even if I'm not in shape, I felt like I worked the muscles. I will be. Oh, right, here we go. Sit down. Feels good. Shoulder blades are back. Looking for that neutral spine. Shoulder blades back, neutral posture, ears over shoulders, over hips. Small shoulder rolls here. Grab onto the back of the thigh. Bring it up. Hold on to it. Hold on tight. And just bring the leg out. Stretching out those muscles in the back of the thigh. And back in. Out. Toe comes in. Toe goes out. Toe go. And back in. Up. In. Out. Make sure your shoulder blades are staying back. Hold on to that thigh so that you can get those shoulder blades back. Getting that neutral, really exaggerated neutral position. Out and down. One more time, bring it up. And back, down. Let that drop. Other side, same thing. Grab onto the back of the thigh. Shoulder blades are back. Out. And back in, stretching out. Calf muscle, when we bring that toe back, we're stretching out the lower half of the leg. Relax the toe, and as you extend up, you're stretching out the top half, those hamstrings. Toe back, toe out, and down. Make sure you're in alignment, knee, ankle, toe. Everything's pointing right straight forward. Keeping your neutral position. Up, toe back, and down again. Stretch out the outside of the hips. Mine are screaming for it. One ankle over the other shin and just walk that up. So I've got my left leg over my right. I'm going to take that right knee and bring it up, walk it up. Shoulder blades are back. What you're looking for is a stretch on the outside of the hip. So you can see outside of the hip and the glutes. Now you may be right down here with the foot just coming up a little couple inches off the floor, but you got the shoulder blades back. You got that neutral posture. You're still going to feel the stretch right there, depending on how tight you are. Shoulder blades are back. For me, I do this stretch enough that I've got this kind of stretched out, kind of. It could be a lot more flexible. It's not there where it needs to be, but. And relax, walk it back down, other side, same thing. Take the leg, extend it out. Ankle on the other leg walks up the shin as high as you can need to get, as high as you need to go to get this stretch on the outside of the hip. Figure 4 or pigeon, or depending on who you talk to, what this stretch is. Shoulder blades are back. Again, all you want to feel is the outside of the hip. If you feel it in the hip flexor at all, stop, stop, stop. If you can't feel it on the outside of the hip, move that foot around, bring it up a little higher, get the shoulder blades back a little deeper, a little more curve in that lower back until you can find those muscles stretching out, that piriformis muscle, those medial glutes. Up, hold it, and back down again. Ankles out, feet, bottom of the feet pointing in towards each other, and back up, out to the sides. Oh, good stretch. And back up. What you're looking for is to hinge off the outside of the foot so that the bottoms of the soles come up, or the soles of the shoes come up. How high is up to the flexibility of your ankles completely. That's what we're looking to do, is the outside of the ankle. You're going to feel that stretch happening. That's what we're looking for. Don't overdo it. Just a little bit of stretch. And back up. We want the muscles on the inside of the ankle and the outside of the ankle to have the same strength, and we want them to have the same flexibility. You don't want one longer than the other. One more time. Or stronger. It will compensate, and that's how you twist an ankle or turn an ankle. And bring it back down. Opposite way. Bring those knees in as much as you need to. You want to stretch inside of the ankles and back out. Up. A good stretch in there and back out. Again, hinging off that inside of the foot, bringing the soles up to the outside and back down. I know what I'm talking about. Sure. Right. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. One more time. Down and up and back down. Grab onto the left leg first. We're going to rotate that ankle. Circles. One way. So we did those heel raises. That's why it's really important that we get this stretched out, those muscles cooled off in the ankle. We warmed it up. All sorts of room for movement now. And back down. Other side, same thing. Grab onto the back of the leg. Shoulder blades are back. And extend the foot and rotate. My left ankle does not rotate well. Watch that other foot. Make sure it's flat on the floor, knees over the ankle. Always maintain your neutral posture. Shoulder blades back. Shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, all in alignment. Sitting, standing, whatever. Opposite direction. And relax. How important is alignment? Your joints think it's pretty important, which means you will think it's very important too if you have any joint aches. Getting that everything lined up, everything stacked is so much better for your body. Grab onto the back of the chair, roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out. Roll them back, get that chest out. Oh, that feels good. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, coming forward, reaching to the thighs, cat-cow. Stretching that upper back with this exercise right here as you roll the shoulders forward. Grab onto the back of the chair, deep breath in as you bring the shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, coming forward. Legs apart. Let's keep the hands right on the thighs. Roll the shoulder blades back, pushing up through the hands. Seated push-ups. Down between the legs, back is straight. As you're coming down, you're being really careful to make sure those shoulder blades stay back. Don't let yourself roll down, head to the ground. Keep everything back. Stretches in the lower back. Work is in the arms, in the palms of the hands. Push back up through the arms as you come up. Hold. We're going to go back down again. Hands stay flat on the thighs. Elbows go back at a 45-degree angle. As you come down, see if you can get just a little bit deeper this time. Starting to stretch out those hamstrings in the back of the thighs. Push up through the hands, completely using the hands. One last time down. Trying to drop just a little bit deeper this time. And push back up. Feet forward. Arms out in front. Roll the shoulder blades out. We're going to go with a swan dive here, bringing the hands to the floor, toward the floor, not to the floor. And let the shoulders drop, but don't let the chin drop down. You're looking right straight down to the floor. Chin is still above the chest. Hands up on the thighs, push back up. And you're there. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Left hand, right thigh. Shoulder blades are back. Grab onto the back of your chair. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest out. Taking that back arm, starting the rotation through that arm. Bring yourself around. Chin stays over the chest. Feel the stretch going from the shoulders all the way down to above the lower back, to the side of the spine, not down the middle. And back, other side, same thing. Hand on the outside of the chair. Make sure you're bringing those shoulder blades back. Exaggerate that, opening up the chest, taking those shoulder blades, squeeze them together and back before you start this, so that your chin is up, and then rolling that back shoulder around. And back to center. Again, those are such good exercises. All right, up, reach. And back down, other side up. Roll the shoulder up. Remember, you're not bringing the sits bone up. This isn't how high can I reach, how close can I get to the ceiling. This is holding the butt right flat down on the chair and raise that shoulder up as high as it'll go. Concentrate on the shoulder socket and stretching it out as you reach across. Arms right up over the side of your head so that you're keeping that alignment with the spine, reaching up. Little bit of a side bend here as you do this. Other side. Reach, lead with the palm. Bring that hand back as far as you can so the palm's leading. Out. Reach over the top. And it feels through the upper back as well, through those lats on the outside of the upper back. Reach. And bring it back in. Right straight across. We're going to bring the shoulders. Shoulder girdle stays in a straight line and pushes across. We're not collapsing that front shoulder and reaching out as far as we can. We're rotating the shoulder girdle so that we're getting movement through the center of the back, through the thoracic spine. The only place on our back that rotates. That is such a key thing to remember, that the only rotation in your back is in the middle of your back. Don't try to make the rest of it turn, especially that lower back. It doesn't do it. It just pulls the muscles because it's not rolling. It's not going to do anything. Reach across. And one more time on each side. Reach, shoulder blade back. Other side. Same thing. Push. And bring it back. Fingers intertwined, palms away. Shoulder blades back. Stretch out the chest. We're going to go into a side bend. Bring it over. Should have this great stretch going through the upper body right now. Deep breath in. Exhale using the top hand and over to the other side. You know, we're looking to get stretch through the fingers, through the hands, going into the wrists, and then up the arms, right up into the shoulders, and arms down in front. So when you are up here, we're going to go for that range of motion of being able to bring the arms down, but make sure that once you get the hands out front, roll the shoulder blades back and down, back into your neutral position, Then stretch out from the palm of the hand out as far as you can. Then bring the chin down to the chest and feel the stretch through the upper back, specifically the middle of the upper back. Roll the shoulder blades back, bringing the chin up, and then with the legs apart, coming right down between the legs, push right straight down. Get the fingers with as much stretch as you can, pushing down. Get the shoulders back as far as you can. This is a fantastic stretch for the arms completely. Fingers, hands, shoulders, all the way up. And relax. Take that out. Hey, what? Let's do a nice little stretch here. Palm, back of the hand against back of the hand. Shoulder blades in a straight line. Just bring that across. Use that hand that's pulling to get just a little more stretch out of the shoulders, the outside of the arm. And then other side, the same thing. You don't have to go real big with this one. Again, you're stretching across. You're keeping those shoulder blades in a straight line. Or those shoulders in a straight line. Shoulder girdle. Bring it back. And relax. Shake that out. Down on top of the thighs. As close as you can get. Hands underneath the thighs. Pull yourself down. Get all the air out of the lungs. Stomach's coming in, contracting. Bringing the arms up, bringing the shoulder blades back. Deep breath in. Through the nose, filling up the lungs. Force the stomach out and exhale. As you come down, one last big squeeze down here. Getting all the air out and deep breath in as you roll the shoulder blades back, bringing the arms up. Don't use the lower back to come up. Deep breath in, stomach out, exhale one more time. Bring it down, shake the arms out. Coming up nice and slow this time. Stretching the upper back and lower back. Bring the arms up overhead. One last time, deep breath in. And roll the shoulders down, down, down. Flutters. And we are done. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for sitting through my new class. And I will see you on Friday. Please come back. Please come back.